A Lie with Ariana. Say hi. Say hi. Blow kisses. Blow kisses. Mwah. Say welcome to A Lie with Ariana. Hi, welcome to Align with Ariana. I am Ariana, of course, your favorite psychic medium. I am able to go beyond the veil of life and death to connect with spirits that are sometimes nice and sometimes not so much. So welcome here to my channel. Now, my content is very real and very true, so enter at your own risk. I do connect with spirits and they lead me and give me the answers that we need. So in this Tell My Story edition, I want to connect with why the state of Georgia will be opening up and then see if there's anything from the spiritual realm that needs to be conveyed at this moment. Okay, so connecting with the energy. What I am doing is I am connecting with the energy of the day that the state of Georgia actually will open back up and will continue their natural or normal services that they had before. I am also connecting with specific times and with energies and my guides, my ancestors, and my benevolent beings to let me know what is going on in this situation. What I am picking up very strongly is that this is actually going to be something that will set the energy back. So a lot of this energy that we have going on now is energy that is moving forward from outside sources. So this energy of the particular illness that is going on that everyone is aware of is that it's a lot of people that are moving this energy or helping the energy to increase rampantly. What they are doing is starting a lot of fear, and it's also not just fear, but it is a lot of sickness that is going around that is actually helping to aid or support this. I do also pick up there are a lot of electromagnetic energies that are forcing its way into people's system internally and on externally, which is affecting their aura field or their magnetic energy field. This in turn is allowing people or pushing people to move forward to seek some sort of help, because at this point, when people do feel any type of systems, they immediately run or go to some sort of hospital or some sort of organization that can help them rid them of this energy that is going on. And I specifically specify energy, you guys, because this is an energy. So I do see that a lot of people are pushing this energy forward, but I do see that this will not be a really good decision. A lot of this energy, when the state of Georgia does reopen up on Friday, that many people will be, it will be a lot of chaos. This is a lot of chaos energy that is going on and is surrounding the area or the state of Georgia. There is a lot of people trying to question or wonder why. The reason why there is an opening in the state of Georgia, it is because there is a lot of policies or financial things that are in place that are trying to move forward. And if it continues to stay at a dormant area or dormant energy, what you will see happen is that the city will begin to turn into like a massive outrage. You will see a lot of chaos energy, like looters. You will see a lot of things that will turn this situation from good to worse. So the reason why the state of Georgia is opening up very quickly is because they need to regain some sort of control or some sort of energy to force people to know that there is a system in place. With that being said, there is a backlash in this decision. It will actually push people to actually go out and be out more. But my guides, my intuition, my ancestors are telling me that this is not a good way to move forward with this energy. You will see a lot of outbreaks in the city area. That is because there is a lot of energy or magnetic fields of energy that are helping to increase the spread of this energy, of this illness that everyone is aware of. but you will see this spread at an all-time faster rate. Now, what this will do is it will actually force people to go into a deeper quarantine, so to speak. That most of the people that will go out, that will socialize and do these things because of the lack of being able to do this for a couple of weeks, they will actually be moving forward to get out and take a breather and get some fresh air. But it will push the energies of an outbreak quicker and faster. So I do see that by utilizing this area and to move forward and to work on opening up the state for Georgia, I do see that this is going to be a big, huge issue, okay? Because I see a lot of people that are fighting right now over some sort of policy that is in place. And I do believe they will start off in the state of Georgia with some sort of curfew. It will be some sort of curfew that happens, but it will also mandate or be some type of mandation of business entities or business hours. But you are going to see a lot of people that are not going to follow any of those restrictions, okay? So the restrictions that are going to be in place, a lot of people will disregard those restrictions. So there will be a lot of chaos in this area. There will also be a lot of challenges or change or trauma. Since this is being opening up on this specific day, I do see a lot of challenges and trauma surrounding it. I actually see more chaos than anything. I do see more people or more phone calls being made in the area of trauma. So there will probably be an influx of trauma or trauma injuries or people calling the hospital, so to speak, because they won't know what to do. I do see a panicking happen that if people begin to spread out, there will be a panic within the area, within the city, within the system of what to do, because so many people will be panicking, rushing to get some sort of emergency help. I do see this as something that will be the backlash of this decision. I keep getting the letter R or something with a B and R, so this could be the initials of the governor or some elective or some sort of high official. And I see a lot of people coming together, putting their heads together in a business meeting, deciding how they were going to move forward. This decision has come about and has been made. They have been deciding to do this 2 weeks ago. This has actually came up 2 weeks ago, and whoever this initial is, I keep getting images, but I'm not for sure who he is. He could be the governor or some sort of authoritative position for the state. I keep seeing him being very headstrong and wanting to move forward with making decisions to open up the state. Even though the state, I keep hearing that the state is very spread out, and even though it's very spread out and things are far apart, the major e-commerce and economy is ran by people out and doing things, moving, and the money continuing to flow. I believe from connecting with my spirits and my higher beings that there has been a direct correlation of finances or some sort of drop that could affect the economy of Georgia if it stays at a dormant energy. And this is why they are continuing to push forward no matter what, is that it will directly affect the state in a very traumatic way. I also see that they are afraid of some sort of group or some sort of organization taking over the city, because I do see people protesting. I do see some sort of a combative energy that is forcing their way to open up. So a lot of people are bringing forth a lot of information on why they feel that the city or the state should remain opened up or remain closed. So I'm not for sure if this is either or, but I do see that it is a combative energy that is forcing them to kind of release their hands or forcing the state to move forward with opening the city up. I also see that they've had confirmation, a lot of very important meetings on the type of numbers that this energy, this illness is affecting. And when I am connecting and what I see from the spiritual realm is that they see it as more of a loss to keep the city down versus keeping the city from moving forward, and compared to the numbers, because I do see a large or huge organization. Most of you know this organization is there. They govern everything. I am seeing the initials of C and D and C. This energy is very, very strong and is actually helping to push forward or move forward in some sort of agenda. I do see a lot of energy behind this, so I don't see that this is just one particular thought to just open up the state. I do see that there is a lot of energy. It is a culmination of people, a group of individuals that have come forth and put their heads together on why they believe that this area should be open, especially the state of Georgia, because there is a lot of transportation, there's a lot of commerce, and a lot of businesses that have lost a ton of money. So ultimately, this does boil down to some sort of finance issue. This is surrounded around wealth and some sort of gain. So I do sense that it's going to be very important that if you do decide to go back out and move in this energy, be very careful. I do see some areas of infection within like train stations or bus stations. I do see that they will have minimal running hours in those areas with public transportation, but I also see that this is a necessity. I keep hearing that it's a necessity, so people will be finding some sort of means of transportation through that. But I also feel like these are the areas that could be impacted the worst, is some sort of public transportations or flowing. I also sense that the city is generated by the commerce and the moving of things, so that's why they have to increase or continue to move things on the path. I also sense that there is a huge energy there that could be forcing this to go past a certain area. It's almost like the energy that's surrounding it is wanting to push people out, or push people out of the homes to get back out and move regularly back into their lives. But I also see this as their way of implementing something, some sort of plan, some sort of structure that they would like to happen because of this movement. So I see it as a higher entity, possibly the president, possibly some high government official energy will be implementing something because of the push from the state of Georgia. So something else will actually come out and come out to terms. So some sort of a government reactive policy or some sort will come out in the next coming weeks that is going to put a stop or try to put a stop to other areas or other governors choosing to open up. They are also using this as like a testing phase. I keep seeing that they are going to be pushing people from up out of the comforts of their homes to make them seem like everything is going to be back to some sort of normalcy. But I also keep getting the word testing. So my spirits and my guides are telling me that this is just a testing phase or some sort of seminar, something that they are planning to hold together, I guess, to test to see about how this energy will affect you, whether you choose to go out there in the public or not. I see that it's going to be very important for the people that live there, especially people that are not prepared on a spiritual level of protection as well as a physical level of protection, to monitor your babies. I keep seeing that the babies are going to be very influenced and targeted during this time, which means you're going to have a lot of respiratory issues with the children in their lungs. So I would be careful about taking children to some sort of area such as like park or recreational areas. I do see that the sun is actually playing a very vital role into this, but I also see that there are other energies, other people's energies that will affect children in some sort or some way. So I will be very mindful for the people that are there that are trying to decide whether they want to go out or not. I also pick up very heavily on some energy that is surrounding the social the social aspect of things, that you will see a change in people's energy and the influence. The city will begin to feel like almost like a war zone, so to speak, because you will see people that will abide by wearing the certain protocols or certain things that they're supposed to wear, but you would also see other people that won't abide by these things. So I do see that there will be some of a disagreement with the frequencies and the energies, what is going on. It is going to be some sort of disagreement, which could cause a lot of misalignment, some changes or some challenges amongst people. So I would be very mindful with communicating, as I see this will be a huge blockage moving forward in this area. I also see that it's going to be very important that you take precautions or use some sort of precautions with your family, with your friends, with your loved ones, because I do sense that this energy is very strong. And I do sense that this energy is actually someone or some entity. It could be the situation itself, but something is being hidden and not all is being revealed to the people. And I don't trust the energy from what I am connecting with and with my guides and my spirits and my ancestors, is that all of the things are not being revealed at the moment, that there is some sort of hidden agenda behind this. This is some sort of testing phase or phase to try something. So I don't trust it 100%. I want to tell you guys to make sure that you get plenty of sunlight as well. So during this time, if you're not able to do the other things socially, make sure you do get plenty of sunlight. And though I am not a doctor, I am just telling you what I am connecting with the spiritual realm on what I think is very, very important. I also want to say, make sure you protect yourself, family, spiritually and emotionally. And you can do this by different sorts of crystals, such as organite or such as shungite, certain things that protect your electromagnetic field as well as your family's field. I think this is very important as you will continue to move about through the city. And if you are traveling outside of the city as well, I do pick up a lot of heavy influences of energy that does affect your aura, and it will make a huge impact on children. So I would say, please make sure that you protect your babies and protect your family, as this is very important going forward. And I don't see that there will be any stopping this energy from opening up the state. It will continue to move forward despite people that are against it, or despite the numbers that are supporting against it. So I want to thank you guys for aligning with Ariana. If you would like your own personal reading, please visit www.alignwithariana.com for more details, for more goodies, for more working your magic. Peace, love, wadu.